Kach from Korach. Good, no? V'da, you're on?
Just learned 308.
Yeah. V'da, no, Kishnei Shemot Elu, these two names, Havaya Elokim Tzvakot. So we're in Netzach and Hod, and Netzach Hod is Havaya Elokim Tzvakot. Shem Netzach and Hod, Nikraim Etzem Hashamayim, are called the word, the name, Etzem Hashamayim. Etzem Hashamayim means the heavens itself. It's a name like that. And in Parashat Shemot, we have that name. When they, after they got the Torah, they see Hashem through this name, called Etzem Hashamayim. Shene'emar, Etzem Hashamayim latohar. Lefi she'itzumam hu ba min hamakom hanikra shamayim. Because their essence comes from Shamayim. So Shamayim is Tiferet, right? Shamayim is Tiferet, Zah. And Netzach and Hod are the Raglayim of Zah, right? So they come from the Shamayim. That's why it's called Etzem HaShamayim. Netzach and Hod. V'hu besod, Yadua katuv le'od'im chen. And this is a secret known only to the people who know the secrets of the Torah. V'hem etzem HaShamayim mamash. U'mehem mekablim koach kol העצמות למיניהם, ועצם היום הזה מקבל כוח והסוד, כל עצמותיי תאמרנה, השם יקמוך. So when you see the word etzem, which means a bone, or it means the thing itself, ani atzmi, when you say I'm myself, in Hebrew you say atzmi, that's bichinat netzach and hod that come out of tiferet. So in nishmat kol chai, when you say kol atzmotai, out of tiferet. So netzach and hod are etzem hashamayim, they're the etzem of the shamayim. So when you say he's bringing you guys say this, right? Nishmas you say in Shabbos? Sure. So you ever see that pasuk? Kol atzmotai tomarna Hashem mi kamocha. Kal atzmotai tomarna Hashem mi kamocha, right? Nishmas. So in Nishmas, right? So when you say atzmotai, that's netzach and hod. That's netzach and hod. You have to have kavanah, netzach and hod. וזה המקום שממנו יבוא כוח החיים למתי ישראל. And from netzach and hod, from there will come the tchiyat hametim. Al yedei kel chai. That means through the yesod. So the yesod gets the power of tchiyas hametim from netzach and hod. Because remember we said netzach and hod are the man, right? Are the man that grind together. Last week we learned it's the grinder. So they get the power from tiferet, but it's not usable yet. So netzach and hod grind it together to make it into man, and it comes down through the yesod to the dead, and the dead will wake up from it, from netzach and hod. Basically, when you want to dive into Hashem and you need the powers of Netzach and Hod, you have to use these names. So how do you use the book of Sharei Orah? When you want to dive into Hashem and you want to invoke the power of Netzach and Hod for yourself, you have to use in your prayers those words. Etzem Hashamayim, Havaya Elokim Tzvakot, right? So if you pay attention, the Nevi'im and all those, when all the Nevi'im, I think we already learned it. Oh, it's going to be the next page. Okay, we'll save it to the next page. We'll save it to the next page.
You used to make the tefillot with codes? Like
yes, codes, yeah. But specifically, the Nevi'im always use Havaya Elokim Tzvakot. Always.
And Tehillim also.
Yeah. Tehillim has everything, but Tehillim is the only book, pay attention, that uses the name Keli. Aleph Lamed Yud. You have it once in the whole Torah, where? In Azishir Moshe, Ze Eli V'anvehu. And then you never had it again as a name of Hashem. In Tehillim, you have it a lot. Eli, Eli, Lama Azaftani, and many other places. So Tehillim is the Malchus, so it has all the names. But you see, when you read Tehillim, you have to see every parak as its own olam. There is a book written by Hasidic Rebbe. He's buried, I think, in Boston. It's called Kan Sipor. I think Admor Mistratin? Something like that. Straighten, I don't know. Nastichin. Straighten, something like that. He was at Adamor. He's buried in Boston. I wanted to go visit him many times, but I never got to. He has a book called Kan Sipor. It's the only book I've seen like this, where he explains all the Tehillim paraks al pi yasod. Wow. Shemot HaKodesh. Even Rav Hillel wrote a haskama. Rav Hillel never gives haskamas on anything. Never. It's called Kan Sipor. I had it. I used to learn it, and my father saw it, and he's like, I have to have this book from you. I said, from me to you. It's a matana. I don't think he ever opened it up after I gave it to him. But,
it exists today?
No. Oh, it exists? Yeah, the book exists. I don't think there's any more print. It was like a 1-2 time print, and that was it. It's called Kan Sipor. I'll give you the name. Kan Sipor it's called. And he dissects every parak of Tehillim al pi yasod. what Shemot over there, how Zaz getting Mochin over there. It's his. You're gonna try to find it now? It's called Kan Tzipor, Kuf Nun, right? Alright, very interesting sefer though. I used to learn in Koil a lot, and the guys used to come, see what am I learning over there. He said, look, put your head inside. It's that I wasn't hiding it, you know what I mean? It was great sefer. A lot of so that's right. He's buried in Boston. Maybe if you're gonna go there, let me know. Alright? It's summer now, I have time to go.
Sure.
How far is Boston?
Not 4 hours?
Oh, Ribono Shel Olam. I don't like that stuff. Tov. Continuing. So, Havei Alkim Tzvakos. ועצם היום הזה מקבל כוח. וזה המקום שמקבל כוח חיים למתי ישראל על ידי כל חי. וכן, הוא אומר, and so it says in Isaiah 58, ועצמותיך יחליץ, and he will save your עצמות. כלומר, יזיין, מלשון אנחנו נעבור חלוצים. Like, from the word that I will give you the weapon, I will prepare you. והוא אומר, כל חלוץ צבא. Chalutzim, so another way of saying a army person is a chalutz. And we know that one of the names for Netzach HaChod is tzava. So chalutz, tzava. You get it? So when you say a person is getting ready to fight, you're saying hu chalutz, he's the chalutzim. And you're in the tzava, and Netzach HaChod is tzvakot. So another way of saying Netzach HaChod is also prepared for war. Right? ואומר 12 חלוצי צבא, 12,000 חלוצי צבא. ממקום הוויית צבקות, הם חלוצי צבא. So when a person wants to go to war, that's a בחינת נצח and hod. He needs the power of נצח and hod inside of him. You need the tzvakot. You need to come with an army. You can't be a one-man show. You're not Shimshon. Shimshon was a one-man show because he was keter. It's something else. Veda. Yesh etzem. So now that we know that another name for netzach and hod is etzem, which is a bone also. Etzem is a bone. The Torah says there is one etzem, one bone in a person, connected to his spine. It's called a luz, right? In Tchias HaMetim, you're going to be made again from that luz bone. Shu atzmo shel adam hu ikaru b'shorsho. That bone is actually the beginning of your creation. So we don't know exactly where that bone is. It says the beginning of the spine, right? It's part of the vine. Some people say it's under the where you put the dal of your tefillin. Yeah. Some say it's over there. I touch it over there. Some people touch the top of their spine, because your spine is connected all the way up to your skull. You know that it's connected. It's not like you have a bone here and a muscle and a bones again. It's one whole skeleton. So, for example, after Shabbos, when you dip the wine, you guys do that. You guys dip the wine. Yeah, after Havdalah. Yeah. So you guys dip your hands in that, yeah?
We dip the hands and where we put it.
So you take the first one, you put it by the luz, or where you think the luz is, and you say Hareni Mamim Tchias HaMeitim.
Where else do you put it? We put it in different places.
You don't put it in the luz?
No, we put it in the forehead, put it in the eyes, and on the lev, and we put it in the pockets.
We don't put it in the lev, we put it in the pockets.
We put it in the lev.
Yes, Shalom does.
We put it in the pockets and we say Birchas Hashem Hi Ta. We see Psukim. Do you guys see Psukim too?
Of course.
Birchas Hashem.
No. Where have you been?
We just put it in the pockets.
They got top of Psukim afterwards. Birchas Hashem Hi Ta Asher. We put it in the neck. You guys do the neck too?
No.
There's a pasuk for that. Rufuot. Yeah, Garot.
Same one of the the whole face.
No, we don't do the whole face too much. Rufuot tehi l'sharecha v'shikui la'atzmotecha. It's for refuah shleima. Those people get sick in the throat.
All the time.
Yeah. So that's the throat. We put it in the forehead. Machiti ke'af psha'echa v'chanach hatotecha.
Put it here.
Yeah.
Right,
On the forehead. You put it on your lips. Borei sfatayim shalom shalom nahu karu v'mashav. We put it on the eyes. Mitzvat Hashem baram me'erat einayim. And then you take some and you spill it around the house of it. V'yizra yitzchak ba'aretz ha'i v'imsad b'shanayim mea sha'arim v'archeu Hashem. Or you put it in a place where you walk in front of your house so you can step on it. Every time you go in and out. V'yizra yitzchak ba'aretz ha'i. This is our minhag.
Does it do anything?
We don't do the yain of the Havdalah is the leftover of Shabbos. Of course, it doesn't mean you should do all the averot in the world and then do these things and you think it's going to be all good. That's not the way it works. These things is segula. It's like how do you say?
A push.
A push, yeah. I like that. A push. It's a push. This bone, who misolet or mimifchar tipat hazera. It comes from the best part of the zera of your father. V'hu ikar amidat kol atzmotav shel adam. All the bones and all the parts of your body, is from there. Maybe it's part of the stem cells. You know what stem cells are? You know what stem cells are? Okay. Search it. When a person dies and all of his body gets crumbled, that bone is never destroyed. Even if you burn it, it will never be burned. You grind it, it will never be ground. With the hammer, it won't blow up. It won't crack. Forever. That bone is the source of all the ta'anugot of Olam Haba. And your bones will have a chilutz. That's the part, unfortunately, if Rasha enjoys too much, that's the one that gets hurt the most. That's what it means when Yecheskel says their averus are on their bones. Which bone? The luz, which is Netzach and Hod. And this etzem gets its sustenance from Netzach and Hod, which is Etzem HaShamayim. And from there you have the power to stand up and to have koach and briut. He saw that kriya b'adam, who saw the atzamot. When a person bows, he can only bow if he has atzamot, if he has a skeleton. I was just doing Gemara Baba Kama, page 15. It says over there, the shidra, the spine of a person becomes a snake after he dies. The Gemara says, when does it turn into a snake? If he didn't bow down in Modim.
Wow.
You guys ever heard of this?
I did hear.
Yeah. Gemara Baba Kama. So it's the deal with this. And dafka b'modim. So Gemara says, which modim? If the modim of the silent prayer, well, everybody has to bow down 4 times. So which modim didn't you bow in? In the chazara. So that's why even if you're in Shema or something, even if you're in a place where you're not allowed to stop, except for Shemona Esrei, if you hear the chazan doing modim, you have to be at least, even if you can't say Shemona Esrei, we don't. At least bow a little bit, yeah. At least show a little like kriya, because the bowing down in modim is the highest one, right?
For yourself, you do bow
In the middle, Shemona, I'm talking about the chazara, yeah. If you're in the middle of Pizan chazara. Right? And now, why in Modim? Because Modim hu netzach ve'hod, right? The Hoda, Modim, you do Hoda Hod, right? And Netzach and Hod always come as a pair. Lefi she'akin'a ba me'etzam hashamayim. Also, the source of jealousy comes from etzam hashamayim. Therefore, anytime the Torah mentions kin'a, jealousy, like El kana Hashem Elokecha b'kirbecha b'makom hazeh, as you're going to see always secrets of Netzach and Hod over there. For example, V'hasod kin'at Hashem tzvakot ta'aseh zot in Yeshaya. When Yeshaya always mentions jealousy, God is Shalom jealous. Not the way we understand it, but like there has to be some kind of kin'ah, like friction, like I was saying in the cheer. There has to be some kind of friction before something happens. It says kin'at Hashem tzvakot. V'bichach ne'emar v'rekev atzamot kin'ah. The jealousy of a person causes his bones to deteriorate after his death. You guys heard of this, right? Person was never jealous in his life, his bones never deteriorate. You guys ever heard of that?
Not be jealous, though.
Huh?
It's a normal human thing.
What do you mean? You ever see people who never get angry? Never seen that?
I've seen that.
Just a naturally calm person. Never seen that?
Seen me get angry?
Well, we haven't seen you all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
But in general, there are people. You never seen a person who doesn't have ta'abot? You never seen that? You have to get out more often. But there's definitely people that are naturally have very calm demeanors, and there's people that are naturally not jealous. You could drive up with a Lamborghini in front of the guy, he'll be like kol hakavod. He'll have not even an ounce of jealousy inside of him. There's obviously levels to it, but there are people who don't have jealousy. Those people, when they die, their bodies don't deteriorate. Because rekev atzamot, the deterioration of a person's body is what? Kin'ah, jealousy. Because kin'ah comes from Netzach and Hod. And therefore by sota, what does it say by sota? Minchat kina'ot hi. Minchat zikaron maskeret avon. What's a sota? Sota is what? Kin'ah. And because the guy has to be jealous first. Right? Therefore when she dies, what blows up? Her yerech. The Torah says lanpil yerech. What's yerech? Netzach and What gets the punishment in her?
Not
Not her intestines. Intestines, but where the Torah uses what word? What word the Torah uses? Yerech. Yerech is the netzach, right? Netzach. Vesod zikaron. Yedua ke'kin'a v'zikaron smuchot la'ad le'olam. Then he's going to go into it. He's not going to deal with it a lot, but the point is he's trying to make over here, you should know that jealousy and the power to remember, how do you call that? A good memory, are connected to each other. Can anybody tell me off the top of their head how are they connected? See if you guys can make the connection.
And what?
Jealousy, kin'a and zikaron. What's the connection between kin'a, the source of kin'a, and zikaron, remembrance?
Because the more something, whenever you're jealous, the more it hurts you, the more you remember the pain, and the more you can look back.
You're saying a good point, but you're talking about something more psychological. You're saying when you remember through emotion.
Then you got these up.
You have a good. How are they both Yesod? Kin'a is Gematria Yosef, right? And Yosef had Kin'a to his brothers, and we know also Zikaron comes from the Yesod, good, powerful Yesod.
Lemon Tizkiri.
Aman Tizkir. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen ve'Amen.